So the next one is a quote from Jack Kornfield. If you don't know Jack Kornfield, he's got a lovely podcast. Can't remember what it's called, but you look up Jack Kornfield, it's easy to find. And he has a very lovely quality to him. I just find listening to him talking just very soothing. So I definitely encourage you to find out a bit more about Jack. This quote says, "If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete," which is brilliant. And something that I've talked about quite a bit before. I think of it in terms of 360-degree love. Your love has to be 360-degree. I'm not making the rules here. When I say it has to be, I mean it's my observation. And a lot of people, particularly if they've been wounded, if they've had trauma happen to them, if they've had the idea that there's something wrong pushed onto them by life, by somebody, then it's very hard for them to be 360-degree. They're 180-degree, meaning it's all their love is forward-facing. They just love everybody. They're so giving. They're so kind. They're just lovely, except they're really hard on themselves and they withhold their love, or they withhold love from themselves. And it becomes their giving then, their 180-degree giving becomes a kind of martyrdom, or servitude. It doesn't feel good, even to be on the receiving end of it, because you're looking at somebody, kind of martyring themselves just to give you something. It doesn't feel good. Whereas when the love is 360 degrees, as Jack says, then it's complete. Then the compassion is complete. Which sounds nice, but it's not easy to do, particularly if you've got that kind of wound where the idea of giving to yourself or loving yourself is a bit shocking. Because, the phone rings, somebody needs your help, but you've helped a lot that day, you've helped lots of people that day, and you need a bit of time, you need a rest maybe you need a cup of tea, maybe you need someone to help you to sort of go, I can't come or I can't help you, because you also know that it's not life and death, that somebody just could ring somebody else and get the help they needed. But to be the person that says no, oy, that can be very hard if you've got this thing of there's something wrong with me, and how I make that wrong right is by giving. Then it can be very challenging. So being 360 degree in your love, it's not easy. Not easy if you've got that wound. But it's so necessary, because then when it's 360 degrees, then it's very full. Your love is very full. What you give to people is, full of vitality. It's full of juice, because it's not at the detriment of you. You haven't sacrificed anything. You haven't sacrificed yourself, and that you love yourself just as much as you love everybody else, which is what I think the mystery wants. I don't know for definite, but my sense of it is, because I've done both. And yeah, there's something very thin and brittle about 180-degree love, or just forward-facing love, or forward-facing compassion. I can forgive everybody of everything, but I can't forgive myself anything. That kind of thing. Very brittle. Whereas when the compassion includes you, there's a fullness to it. We're together in whatever it is that we're going through. And that's beautiful. So yeah, it's definitely worth having to think about, having a look at. Is my compassion 180 degrees just for everybody? Is my love just for everybody? Or do I include myself in it? Definitely worth thinking about.